Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Mi channel. In this final saga of One Piece, we will see many new characters joining forces with the Straw Hats. After all, the great battle approaches, so it is necessary for our protagonists to be prepared for this great confrontation. In today's video, we will talk about the possible characters who could ally with the Straw Hats in this final adventure, as well as discuss the reasons that could lead them to join in this battle against the world. But before we continue with the video, it is important that you leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Only then will you awaken your devil fruit and become even more powerful. Now let's go to the video. Guys, in the current Egghead arc, there are several interesting possibilities of characters who could join the Straw Hats. There are several important characters in this arc who could join this crew. However, we will only talk about the possible ones who could join. Without further ado, let's talk about who these characters are and the reasons that lead us to believe that they could really join in this final saga of One Piece. The first character who could join the crew is Dory Brogi, a character who is having a great focus in this current arc because of her connection with Kuma and Vega Punk. Before the time skip, Bonney had a feud with the Straw Hats because of the chaos they caused in Sabaody by attacking the world nobles. She swore she would crush them if she found them in the New World. 2 years later, Bonney was saved by them near Egghead. Since then, she has come to respect the crew. Bonney thanked Luffy for saving her and began to consider Sanji a strong fighter and a good cook. Because of this bond with the Straw Hats, Bonney directly asked Giants Brogi and Dory to help Sanji and Luffy, as the two stayed behind to protect Vega Punk and deal with Camaru and Saturn. Although she and Luffy did not meet personally in Sabaody, Luffy's actions during the incident with the Celestial Dragon sparked Bonney's fury, which extended to the rest of the Straw Hats. However, upon reading the news of Doflamingo's defeat, she praised Luffy and Law for it. Despite considering themselves rivals, Bonney and Luffy are very similar, especially when it comes to their love for food. She happily joined Luffy and Chopper to eat from Vega Punk's vending machine after learning how to use it correctly. After seeing her father's memories, including the great hopes that Kuma had for Luffy, Bonney gained more respect for him, especially after realizing that Luffy is the current incarnation of Nika. For these reasons, there are great indications that she could join the crew. The next on the list is Bartholomew Kuma. He believes that the Straw Hats are destined to save and bring justice to the world in some way, having recognized the many impressive, if not miraculous, feats that the crew has accomplished since the beginning of their pirate career, starting with the defeat of Arlong. Since then, he has followed their growth through the news, although he has never had the opportunity to meet them personally until the events of the Thriller Bark arc. Kuma witnessed Luffy defeating Gecko Moria and, after reporting this to the world government, received orders to take the lives of all witnesses in Thriller Bark, including the Straw Hats. He offered little resistance, as most of the pirates were already exhausted from the fight against Moria. Before taking Luffy away, Zoro, who was still conscious, offered his life in exchange for Luffy's. Seeing Zoro's loyalty, Kuma agreed to Zoro's terms and subjected him to feel the pain that Luffy endured during his fight against Moria. After the events of Thriller Bark, Kuma witnessed another incident in which the world noble Charlos was assaulted by Luffy. This was enough for Kuma to save the crew's life once again, helping them escape from Admiral Camaru and Camaru. He also made a deal with Vega Punk to protect the Thousand Sunny until a member of the Straw Hats returned. Kuma knows a lot about Monkey D. Luffy, including his relationship with Portgas D. Ace and Monkey D. Dragon, and he has great hopes that Luffy can change the world through an ancient legend. He witnessed Luffy challenging the world government to save a friend, which reinforced his belief that Luffy has all the qualities necessary to change the world. For all these reasons, Kuma could join the Straw Hats in the Egghead arc, becoming a valuable and powerful member of the crew. Camaru is an interesting character who could join the Straw Hat crew in the Egghead arc for several reasons. He showed a certain level of respect for Monkey D. Luffy after personally fighting him in the past. When he defeated Camaru Black, he considered him worthless and an insult to Luffy's name. When he confronted the real Luffy, he swore to capture him, but was shocked to see Luffy not only deflecting the laser beams from a pacifista, but also destroying it with a punch. He deduced that Luffy used haki and wouldn't be able to stop him after Luffy met with Roronoa Zoro and Sanji. He tried to make the other pacifista attack them, although he was shocked to see them easily destroy it too. While apprehending the fake Straw Hat recruits, Camaru informed his superiors that the real Straw Hats were alive and at a dangerous level. When he saw Luffy again in Egghead, Camaru stated that he was only helping Luffy for Vega Punk's safety and reminded the Straw Hat captain that they are still enemies. However, his interaction with Luffy and his demonstration of skill during the confrontation may indicate a change in his feelings towards the Straw Hats. Now that Camaru is being pursued by the Marines and Sakai Sifu because of his betrayal, he could join the crew to ensure Vega Punk's safety, as he seems to value the safety and protection of others. Next on the list are Dory and Brogi. They instantly developed a friendship with Luffy after the young pirate was eaten by a dinosaur and Dory saved him. Brogi and Dory also help the Straw Hats when they are devoured by a large fish. 2 years later, in Egghead, Dory and Brogi came to help Luffy against the Marines and the Gorosei. They are also aware that Luffy is Nika. Their loyalty and strength would be a great asset to the Straw Hats, and their willingness to help Luffy in crucial moments shows that they could become valuable members of the crew. Finally, Vega Punk is the last on our list. The great scientist showed interest in the Straw Hats after learning from Kuma before losing his humanity, about Luffy being Dragon's son and having similarities to Nika. He fulfilled Kuma's last wish and programmed him to protect the Thousand Sunny for 2 years, despite his history and connections, despite being on the side of Sakai Sifu. Vega Punk also showed interest in finding the Straw Hats after they appeared on Egghead Island. Additionally, part of his interest in the Straw Hats comes from Nico Robin and her past as the sole survivor of the Ohara incident, and he shared important information about the lost century with the group. When he saw Luffy's awakened form for the first time, he was shocked and explained what he knew about that form, showing enough confidence in the Straw Hats to share what he knew. He also shared his theories about why devil fruits were created with the Straw Hats. Later, when Stella encountered Luffy's group, he immediately recognized Luffy as Monkey D. Dragon's son and asked to be taken away from Egghead. Vega Punk explained his ultimate goal and his past to the group, showing confidence in them despite having known them for a short time. He considered Luffy and the Straw Hats the only people capable of taking him away from Egghead and keeping him safe from Sakai Sifu. Vega Punk would be a valuable addition to the crew, bringing his advanced scientific knowledge and skills to help the Straw Hats in their adventures. His confidence in the Straw Hats and his desire to escape from Egghead and the reach of Sakai Sifu would make him an interesting and useful member of the crew. But comment on what you thought of the video and what you expect for the future of the One Piece manga. That's a wrap for today's content. We hope you enjoyed it and want to share your thoughts on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and catch you in the next video. Take care and stay awesome.